How to get rid of your hemorrhoids fast. That's what we're talking about today, gang. My name's Ian. I am the founder and CEO of Hem Healer. It's a capsule you take that gets rid of hemorrhoids, but we're not here to talk about that. We're talking about how to get rid of them quickly. And although I think my product does a great job of doing that, there's some really groovy things I want to talk about. That's right, I just said groovy. Things to talk about, that some studies that I've read that are going to be a little different information than what you've heard from me. But I think one of the big things, the two big things that I hear most, we've got tens of thousands of customers at this point, and one of the two biggest things is constipation and high blood pressure. So high blood pressure, that's a tough one, just because my product it builds up the veins in your system. So if you have high blood pressure and my product's building up those veins, dizziness, nausea, you can get that stuff from my product. That's why I say, if you're gonna try my product with high blood pressure, ask your doctor, okay? And I guarantee you most of the times they're probably gonna tell you no. But there are some things that you can do that really help with blood pressure that are supplementation. It's not to say that I don't think that we don't need pharmaceutical companies. We do, they've created a lot of cool things. But they're also a profit business, and I think a lot of times we want that pill that just takes care of the problem for us. The problem is that it always causes side effects, right? So if you don't want side effects, the thing is to actually find out what's causing it and getting rid of that thing. I think most of us all want to live better lives, but we know it's tough, right? It's not an easy thing. So with high blood pressure, I want to talk about this really great supplement. I don't sell it. I just want you to actually pause this video if you have a pen and paper so you can write this down or make a note in your phone, and it's called Moringa. M-O-R-I-N-G-A. Moringa. It's called the, what's it called? It's not the incredible plant, the miracle plant. It's called the miracle plant. And it's the most nutrient dense supplement there is. They grind up the root or they grind up the leaf. They both do about the same thing. It's so powerful that if you take too much of it, it can actually it gives you like flu-like symptoms. I know because I've done it. But this stuff does a great job with normalizing blood pressure. It helps with diabetes. It helps with weight loss. It is fantastic. It was one of the things that I actually wanted to add to my company, which I'll probably do one day, just because it has done so much for my life. I'm not lying. Like I said, I don't make any money telling you guys this. This is just information I think more people need to hear about, which is Moringa. It's just absolutely fantastic. So it can do a lot of great things. The other thing is always diet. Now, one of the most incredible things I've ever done is an elimination diet, meaning I will just go through a period of time of just eating meat. Right? So like my morning is just eggs and bacon, sometimes even pork bacon, right? When we think of things like fat, we think fat is bad, but fat in the morning really helps with your cognitive ability. It helps with your joints. It does a lot of really good stuff. So I like a super high protein and fat diet with hardly any carbs. And there's been a lot of big, if anybody, I'm sure there's some Jordan Peterson fans, he's done that for a mood enhancement. But I can tell you that I've done it, and I basically stay on it now. I hardly ever put carbs in my body. And what I find is that I have a lot more energy. My body stays in much, much better shape. I'm in a lot happier moods. And when I eat carbs, I was always like midday, I was like a nap guy. I would nap all the time. And I just don't do that anymore. It's not to say I don't eat carbs, but I think if it's something that you want, this is something you want to get rid of quickly, you can go to the store, get some Moringa, go buy some eggs, some steak, some salmon, some good stuff, and just knock off the carbohydrates for a while. And I promise you, you're gonna feel amazing. Once again, I'm not a doctor here, okay? I'm just a dude that researches all this stuff. I'm very passionate. I'm super passionate about any way I can serve, At this point in my life, it's kind of my deal. So those are two things that can get things moving quickly, right? And then, because like if you're eating a lot of sugars or processed foods and stuff like that, it just doesn't make you feel good. A lot of times after you eat, you feel sluggish and crappy. So just go to that, and just especially if you're in pain from hemorrhoids, just like go to that. And then obviously, my product, Hem Healer, where it's powerful anti-inflammatory and it builds up the collagen in your veins, so it makes them nice and strong. I can tell you that I had them for 15 years. I made my product in the kitchen, and from a Harvard medical study website. I found stuff from, it was a study from Austria is what I found. I made it myself, and in like 2.5 weeks, they were gone. Now, I know that's not fast, but I wasn't doing any of those other things at that time. I was still eating poorly. I didn't really have much hope, or I was very skeptical of even the stuff that I was making from a report that I had read from Harvard, and I was like, I don't think this is gonna work. So I didn't really change much up. So I think if you do those things, like get some moringa, get your diet cleaned up, and then exercise. Get at least, if you're a person that doesn't exercise, or you sit a lot, make sure, like, set a timer on your phone, get up every 20 minutes and just walk around. These are all things that are gonna help tremendously, right? So if you did that, hey, I'm gonna get this stuff, this moringa, I'm gonna just eat a lot of, I'm gonna eat meat and not so many vegetables and carbs. Once again, this is on your own, not a doctor. I'm just telling you that me and a bunch of friends that I've had that have tried this as well, we've had almost all the same experience with an elimination diet, and then adding stuff back on to see what's causing what in our body. Because certain things could cause inflammation, right? Things that you wouldn't even think about are causing inflammation. And then trying some Hem Healer along with it if you'd like. There's a link down below, but these are the things that are really, really gonna help get rid of your hemorrhoids fast. Please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that. It really helps get the message out. And my thing is I get it. You don't want to subscribe to a hemorrhoid channel, or you don't want to like or comment. You might be embarrassed, but it helps other people that, like, look, if you struggle with hemorrhoids like I did, it's brutal. It's the main reason I started the company as well. I hemmed and hawed for it for 2 years, and I'm like, I am not doing any good by not letting people know the stuff that I know that helped me get through what I got through. So, like, subscribe, comment, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.